To say, and I want to say this to the public that's watching these programs, if for no other reason whatsoever, you should get Colonel McGinnis's new book, Give Me Liberty, Not Marxism, because there is an entire segment in there, and it is the most interesting. It's scary in a lot of ways, but he goes into the backstory behind Karl Marx and the devil worship, the stuff like spiritism and occultism, outright Satanism, maybe even human sacrifice, that played a role behind the rise of Karl Marx. So here's just a couple of very quick things from the book. Quote, some scholars portray Marx and his philosophy as satanically inspired. Robert Payne, an academic biographer of Marx, wrote in his book, The Demons, there were times when Marx seemed to be possessed by demons. Payne continued, he, Marx, had the devil's view of the world and the devil's malignity. Sometimes he seemed to know that he was accomplishing works of evil. That's just a hint at this very large portion of this book. Continuing, Professor Kingor states in his book, The Devil and Karl Marx, on evidence of Marx conducting seances and engaging in black magic or satanic rituals, the evidence about Marx, an apostle of evil, is that he had a fanatically deep hatred of religion and flirtation with the dark side that is undeniable and chilling, especially Marx poetry. Then he goes into some of the poetry, like The Pale Maiden, which starts out, thus heaven I've fortified, I know it full well. My soul, once true to God, is chosen from hell. I mean, it was just this very dark, wicked kind of spiritualism, supernaturalism that was actually compelling Marx, much in the same way as we saw with Adolf Hitler. And the historians of the time writing about how he would wake up in the middle of the night screaming and in a panic, stamping his feet. It's there, it's there, it's in the corner of the room, it's come for me. And he's seeing apparitions and all this stuff. So you sell your soul to the devil, eventually there's going to be a price to be paid. That goes on and on, especially maybe, Bob, you could tell us about Wolfgang von Goethe, Faust, his dedication to the demon Mephistopheles. But let me read this, I'll quit reading. There's this it kind of ends with this paragraph in Bob's book. His evil philosophy, talking about Karl Marx, crossed the Atlantic to ferment in America, to infiltrate our Democratic Party, the academia, media, government, the culture writ large. It's a very evil, malignant philosophy that is becoming mainstream within the Democratic Party today and evident across our culture as it hides behind the veil of its more popular cousins, progressivism and socialism. So listen, if for no other reason, get this book to learn the history behind the Marxist, socialist champions of yesterday and where they will take this nation, because there is an evil supernaturalism, a demonic force that has an interest in the future of the world. And we are racing toward that moment, whether we understand that or not.